Good morning. It is mindfulness time. We are going to practice something that I did yesterday randomly. I was doing testing and I wanted to take like a mindfulness break. And as I was practicing in my head to myself, I started having some stressful thoughts, like, I don't know, negative, silly things, just silly little things come up. And so then I decided to do an experiment and sit and do mindfulness and get out a piece of paper, and I tallied all the times I had a negative versus a positive thought. So what I want you to do is get out a piece of paper and at the top write negative and positive, or just make the signs, the negative sign or the positive sign, put them in columns. See that? Negative, positive. And you're just going to make tallies. So I'm going to give you 2 minutes to breathe and try to focus on a sound, because we don't want to have any thoughts during mindfulness. We just kind of want to blank out and focus on nothingness or a sound or our happy place or whatever. But big part of mindfulness is just being present with yourself and not having all those thoughts. But we know that's like impossible. So our brains are made to go every direction. In fact, science has proven that the minute we're told to do nothing, our brains go into hyperactive mode. So not our fault, totally human. But I'm going to give you 2 minutes to try. So focus on a sound in the room. Take 2 minutes to do your breathing and do mindfulness. Anytime a thought comes into your head, try not to have thoughts, but it's going to happen. When a thought comes in your head, I want you to make a tally. Was it a negative thought or was it a positive thought? So for example, yesterday when I was trying to do my mindfulness, I started thinking about my baby. So I made a positive thought. Then I started thinking about the fact that I had an hour left to do testing and I didn't want to sit there anymore. That was a negative thought. So that's an example. So I'm going to give you guys 2 minutes. It doesn't have to be, for the negative, doesn't have to be like the worst thing in the world. It could just be what I just said, like, I don't want to sit here anymore, or I have to do chores after school, or whatever. Or it could be something huge. I don't know. But make your tallies. So 2 minutes, get in your mindful body. You can look down, maybe close your eyes, whatever you need to do. You'll have to open them to make your tallies, obviously. All right. Your 2 minutes starts now. All right, you guys can open your eyes. Sorry, I'm really struggling with my cough today. All right. So I just want you to notice, did you have more negative or positive thoughts? I feel like when I tell you to actually keep track, it might skew. That means like kind of mess up the data a little bit because you automatically start having thoughts. But pay attention to this when you do mindfulness. Because every time we do mindfulness, thoughts do come up. So pay attention and see, are these thoughts that I'm having, just notice, are these thoughts I'm having, are they more negative, stressful? Are they more positive, happy? Or maybe neither. At one point, I just thought about kind of what I had to do next in my day, and it wasn't positive or negative. I was just thinking ahead. So it might be neither. But if you find that you have more negative thoughts, that's going to tell you need to do more mindfulness because you're just thinking about negative thoughts and it's not going to help you. It's not going to be productive. Or maybe afterwards you need to sit and kind of let those negative thoughts come in, acknowledge them, accept them, and then decide to move on. But I think it's helpful to evaluate when we do mindfulness, are these thoughts coming into my head, negative or positive? Because if you do have a bunch of negative thoughts coming in, that means that throughout your day, they're probably going to keep coming in and affect you negatively. And so you need to do something to work on that. And that might be mindfulness or it might be something else, whatever helps you. So I just thought that was kind of interesting. Like I said, I just did this with myself yesterday because I just kept having negative thoughts. And the way I fixed my situation yesterday was after I did this experiment, I sat down and I let the things I was worried about come in. I kind of worked through them in my head, accepted them if I couldn't work through them, and decided to move on, and then allowed all these positive thoughts, like mostly about my baby and family, come in, and I let those positive thoughts take over. But sometimes we do kind of have to sit in our negative stuff and work through it if we're going to move on, and it's hard. So I hope that was not too confusing for you. I hope this helps, this little experiment. Let's do it again maybe next week, just so that you don't forget it. All right, have a great day.